apparently worse now than it was in 2005, and it has a lot to do with the weather. We're told that the seagrasses here, like at the Isle of Wight, tell us a lot about how the bays and waters are doing. Police last month came here to this 10 by 15 storage box. Let me give you a closer look. Well, Steve and Paul, this is the ad. The publisher of the paper tells me the understanding was that it would be a one-time thing, hoping to generate some interest in the group. In the past few days, it's created an impact, creating some reaction and generating some backlash. We start with a developing story tonight out of Kent County, Maryland. A search is underway for a missing boater in the Chesapeake Bay. So a reminder to have a safe and fun weekend. Live in Worcester County tonight, Co-M WBOC News, West Ocean City. Back to you guys.
John Doherty was arrested in Tennessee, and it was there that officers from Worcester County found a receipt for a storage area in Kent County. And that is where we find WBOC's Co-M. She's live in Milford, and police say what they found linked all of these cases together.
Well, Steve, here is a copy of the search warrant, and here is the locker. Let me show you all the stuff inside. Police say there were some items in here, including electronics, that were stolen, and we're also told that there were weapons in this storage locker. This is no ordinary storage space. Locker number 858 is where police say a burglarizing duo hid their bounty. Now they're behind bars for allegedly stealing from all corners of Delmarva to Virginia, Georgia, and Tennessee. Items included property from 10 different unsolved burglaries from Sussex and Kent counties over the past 3 years.
I'm very relieved, and as I understand, they were dangerous as well, so I'm very happy for the community that they were caught, yes.
The owner of Central Storage says he only saw accused thief Jennifer Morris once when she started renting the locker in November of 2010. It's unclear if Morris and this man, 46-year-old John Doherty, were married, but police can safely say they were accomplices who got caught up in electronics. Police say there was forced entry to a home here along Bunting Road back in November. Detectives used software from one of the stolen computers to help formulate their suspects.
I think it was just a matter of time, just playing the odds. When you commit this many burglaries, the odds, they're not in your favor. You're going to get caught sooner or later.
And if there's anything to learn from this case, police want to remind you to keep track of your belongings and think about putting tracking devices on your electronics. Meantime, Delaware State Police say they do not have warrants out for the two yet, but detectives from Worcester County Bureau of Investigation tell us they'll be extraditing Morris from New Jersey back to Maryland tomorrow. Live in Kent County, Co-M WBOC News in Milford.
WBOC's Co-M live tonight from the waters of Worcester County, and we're talking levels we haven't seen since the early 90s.
Well, Steve, it's apparently worse now than it was in 2005, and it has a lot to do with the weather. We're told that the seagrasses here, like at the Isle of Wight, tell us a lot about how the bays and waters are doing. A little heat stress can go a long way. The Maryland Coastal Bays program says seagrass along Worcester County is getting hit with a 1-2 punch. Plants suffering under hot temperatures and inundated with nutrient runoff.
It's pretty gross.
Ocean Pines resident David Long comes to the Isle of Wight regularly with his dogs. He's not surprised the hot summer of 2010 had a role to play in the decline of seagrasses.
It was just relentlessly hot. There wasn't really any breaks in the heat. No wet, no rain, no humidity, just high humidity. It was bad.
Research from Maryland's Department of Natural Resources, the Maryland Coastal Bays Program, the National Park Service, and the Virginia Institute of Marine Scientists shows the Isle of Wight lost nearly all of its grasses. According to the report, the northern bays saw their greatest decline. The Assawoman Bay behind us saw a 96% decrease in seagrasses. That's 900 acres total. And the St. Martin River lost its last 1.6 acres. It's where another Ocean Pines resident, Melvin Jones, likes to catch minnies, sheltered among seagrass.
You know what? If you don't have it, you don't know how to catch no fish or no crabs, So it's very important to everybody that they take care of the bay, So the way I look at it, because I'm retired, and so I look forward to going out fishing and crabbing,
For now, he's fishing and crabbing in muddier waters with the hope they'll clear up in the long run. And officials say places like here at the Isle of Wight may take a while to recover, and it's not just as easy as planting more seagrass. The Maryland Coastal Bays Program Executive Director tells us that they'll continue to work with corporations and farmers who create runoff. And if you live by the water, try thinking about planting trees and cutting out the fertilizer on the lawns. Live in Worcester County tonight, Co-Im WBOC News at the Isle of Wight.
Delmarva's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Co-Im, and this is WBOC News at 6. We start with a developing story tonight out of Kent County, Maryland. A search is underway for a missing boater in the Chesapeake Bay. Maryland Natural Resources Police say they started looking about half a mile west of Howell Point this afternoon. They say 4 people were on board a 35-foot powerboat when the vessel stopped so the people on board could go swimming. According to authorities, a 21-year-old man jumped into the water but did not reappear. The name of the victim is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. We'll share more updates as we get them from Kent County, Maryland. In other news, gas prices are starting to trickle down, something that most drivers on Delmarva are glad to see. In Delaware, drivers are paying an average of $3.55 for a gallon of regular, while in Maryland, drivers are paying $3.57 per gallon. And Virginia comes in with the lowest average of $3.44. The national average for a gallon of regular is almost 20 cents cheaper than this time last year. Summer ended early last year for many boaters on Delmarva when Hurricane Irene prompted boat owners to get their vessels out of the water. Between that and high gas prices of 2010, the boating industry took a bit of a hit. But as WBOC's Kayla Ayers reports, marinas are awash with optimism that this year will be better for boaters. A soldier is back home in Michigan just in time for Memorial Day. He flew into Detroit Saturday afternoon where his mother, father, and 10 siblings gave him a warm hero's welcome. Swinging for gold? Die-hard pole enthusiasts want their fitness to be showcased on the Olympic level. What challenges they face. WBOC News at 6. We'll be right back. Serious pole dancers are pushing to make this a sport, but can it shake its naughty reputation? Wow, well, you may also remember yogis are trying to make posing an Olympic sport. Happy Sunday fun day as we take a live look out in Ocean City tonight. Grilling and swimming is on the minds of many people tomorrow, but will the weather cooperate? Meteorologist John Trout's Memorial Day outlook for all of your plans is next. At Storm Tracker Weather Center with meteorologist John Trout. And John, barrel, burl, potato, potato. The important thing is we're not in its direct path.
That's true. Barrel, burl, whatever you choose to, it is barreling down on Florida right now, and those folks are concerned with their holiday plans tomorrow.
In the meantime, lots of sun. Well, don't forget for news, weather, and sports anytime. You can get it now on WBOC.com. CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here tonight for WBOC News at 11. Have a good night.